Imagine an AI platform claiming $36 million in revenue in just 45 days.
45 days. That's wild.
That's a staggering pace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that meteoric rise backed by real tangible value, or are we just looking at another wave of, well, pure hype?
That's the big question.
Today, we're peeling back the layers and diving deep into Genspark. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is where we distill complex information into clear, actionable insights for you.
Yep.
And today, we're unpacking a comprehensive, hands-on review of Genspark. It's a fascinating, very new player in the rapidly evolving AI landscape.
Definitely new, definitely making noise.
We're going to rigorously explore its bold claims, put it through its paces in several real-world business scenarios, and ultimately help you decide if it's a tool that belongs in your toolkit.
That's right. We're going to dig into its undeniable strengths, pinpoint exactly where it falls short, and give you an objective view. Because this isn't sponsored content. This review used the paid version, putting it to work just like, well, any business professional would. Our goal is to bring you that crucial aha moment. So Genspark actually started its journey as a search engine. Had a pretty impressive user base, too. Around 5 million, I think.
5 million, yeah. Then, just a few months ago, they made a really dramatic pivot.
Big pivot. They didn't just tweak things. They completely reimagined their core offering.
And that pivot was profound. They transformed into what they now call a super agent platform.
Super agent, yeah.
Think of it as a specialized collection of AI tools. These aren't general-purpose chatbots. They're specifically engineered to assist businesses with a whole spectrum of tasks, from market research to content creation.
Right, like having a team of AI specialists on call.
Exactly. It's like having a team of specialized AI consultants at your fingertips, each ready for a different part of your company's operations.
And the growth numbers since that pivot, honestly, they're truly staggering. They reported hitting $10 million in annual recurring revenue, or ARR.
That's the predictable recurring stuff.
Exactly. That ARR number hit $10 million in just 9 days after launching this new agent platform.
9 days. Wow.
Now, barely 45 days in, they're at an astonishing $36 million ARR. That's essentially adding nearly $1 million in revenue daily.
$1 million a day.
When numbers like that hit the street, it sends ripples through Silicon Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're clearly positioning themselves as a direct competitor to established AI behemoths like, say, ChatGPT and Claude.
Aiming high.
But here's the million-dollar question for you. Are they truly competitive? Given that explosive, almost unbelievable growth, does Genspark truly deliver on its ambitious promises in practical business applications?
Well, we're about to find out if that utility truly matches those impressive high-speed numbers. Okay, so our investigation began by tackling a fundamental business challenge, creating a compelling investor presentation.
Right, the pitch deck. Crucial.
For our first test, we asked Genspark to build an investor pitch deck for a hypothetical SaaS company software as a service we called ConnectSphere. This fictional company uses AI to automate B2B, business-to-business, prospect outreach, pretty common problem for sales teams.
Right.
We wanted to see if Genspark could craft a story that would genuinely excite investors.
And the prompt we gave, it was quite specific, right? We needed a compelling 15-minute presentation for a seed round, aiming to raise between $1.5 and $2 million.
Yep.
We really pushed for something that didn't just convey information, but built a narrative that could get VCs, venture capitalists, interested.
The initial design, frankly, was pretty terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd give it a generous 3 out of 10. It was bland, uninspired, like something pulled straight from a 2015 template you'd find deep in some dusty archive. No modern flair, no visual punch.
Okay.
Beat. But the content, that was a completely different story.
Ah, okay. So the substance.
The research quality was genuinely impressive, an easy 8 out of 10. Genspark really dug into ConnectSphere's value proposition, synthesizing key arguments. For example, it insightfully highlighted a critical pain point for sales teams. An average sales representative spends only 35% of their time actually selling.
That's a powerful stat.
Right, a data-backed insight that immediately validates the need for a solution like ConnectSphere. Really strong point. So, seeing the potential there, we asked for a redesign. We explicitly requested something clean and professional, kind of like the aesthetic of, HubSpot or Salesforce.
Going for that established look.
Exactly. And it improved significantly, jumping to about a 6 out of 10.
Better.
Still not a visual masterpiece, don't get me wrong, but definitely usable. A solid first draft, ready for a human designer to polish up.
So what this tells us is Genspark delivered strong content, the actual substance was good, But the visual design clearly needs human intervention, right?
Precisely. It shows AI can generate the story, the core message, but that visual finesse, that still requires human oversight, especially for high-stakes presentations.
Okay, next up. We wanted to truly push Genspark's capabilities, right? Challenge it with something far more complex.
Yep. An interactive product demo for a ConnectSphere.
The prompt was ambitious.
Yeah.
A single-page HTML demo, that's the web page language, complete with features, testimonials, an ROI calculator, lead capture forms.
It works.
And we specifically requested it look like it cost, what, $25,000 to build, aiming for a really high-fidelity output.
And here's where it got really interesting. Almost bizarre, actually.
Uh-oh.
Genspark made a huge fundamental mistake. Instead of building a demo for our B2B outreach tool, it just veered off course entirely.
What did it build?
It created an internal employee networking platform for a completely different hypothetical business.
No way.
Total prompt drift. A complete misunderstanding of the core request. Wild.
What's truly fascinating here, though, and this is a genuine moment of wonder for me, is that this mistake led to an incredible discovery.
Right.
Genspark didn't just mock it up with static images or text. It built a fully functional interactive web application for this employee networking idea.
Clickable elements, dynamic forms.
A working application, not just a concept sketch.
It was astonishing. It included customizable employee profiles, recommendation features, a virtual coffee scheduler, even a working newsfeed and interactive ROI calculators.
And it actually worked?
It worked. The technical execution was solid. Robust even. Despite the colossal misunderstanding of the initial brief, it just cranked out a working application almost effortlessly.
Ooh. Just imagine the implications here. Rapidly prototyping and testing entirely new startup ideas or internal tools maybe with this kind of speed and surprising functionality.
Yeah.
It's like being able to instantly manifest a minimum viable product. That's a serious, serious capability, even with that prompt misunderstanding.
So, okay, Genspark fundamentally missed the mark on what to build for us, but how well did it build the actual functionality?
It profoundly misunderstood the request, yeah, yet built a fully functional application with really impressive technical execution. All right, test number 3. We zeroed in on social media, a critical area for building brand awareness and engagement, especially now.
Absolutely crucial.
We asked Genspark for a complete visual content system for LinkedIn and Twitter. Things like, quote, graphics, infographic templates.
This test, unfortunately, revealed Genspark's biggest, most glaring weakness.
Which is?
Its abysmal handling of text within images. The, quote, graphics. Riddled with embarrassing spelling errors, inconsistencies, awkward formatting.
Oof. That's bad.
Yeah. And the design itself was just mediocre, too. Nothing that would really stand out in a busy feed.
However, to its credit, the underlying strategic framework Genspark generated was remarkably solid.
That's interesting.
The content calendar structure was well thought out. It proposed logical weekly themes, a strategic posting schedule. The ideas were there. The structure was sound. Just the execution on the visual side was poor.
We tried to redeem it, gave it a second chance. We asked for quotes from specific well-known leaders like Aaron Ross, requested fresher, more modern designs.
Did it help?
It did improve slightly, but that persistent text-in-image problem, it stubbornly remained. I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, finding the perfect phrasing to get AI to do exactly what I envision.
Yeah, it's tricky.
So while it's understandable, it's a clear and persistent limitation for Genspark in this area.
So for creating actual graphics with text, Genspark is a definite no-go then. But the strategic content planning behind it, that part is surprisingly good.
Graphics struggle significantly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yet the strategic content planning and conceptualization, undeniably strong.
Okay, for our 4th test, we ventured into highly sensitive territory, building a comprehensive data room.
Right, this is essential for fundraising or selling a company. Complex, detail-oriented, needs precision.
Absolutely. The prompt was to create a professionally organized virtual data room site, sections for financial docs, traction dashboards, market analysis, designed specifically to impress top-tier VCs.
High stakes. How'd it do you? The structural organization was genuinely impressive. Sections for detailed financial scenarios, clear breakdowns of team credentials, market opportunity analyses. It laid it all out logically.
Sounds good so far.
But here's the crucial catch, a significant caveat. Genspark fabricated information where it didn't have access to real data. It filled in the blanks with plausible sounding, but entirely made up numbers and details. This is critical for you to remember. It's a framework, not a fact generator.
Interestingly, though, When it created a fake advisory board for our ConnectSphere company, it didn't just invent random names.
Oh,
It pulled names of real, well-known investors in the B2B SaaS space.
wow, really?
Yeah, so the research capability to identify relevant figures is clearly there, even if the data it then generates to fill a template is purely fictional. That's a unique aspect, shows it has some deep understanding of who's who in that industry.
So Genspark offers an excellent structure, a solid framework for that data room. But what about populating it with the actual accurate numbers and sensitive data?
The framework is excellent, yeah. But for critical data, manual input and verification are absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
You can't trust its generated numbers.
Yeah.
Now, this next test, arguably the most important for any business leader, right?
I'd agree.
We asked Genspark to research and create detailed customer personas for ConnectSphere, focusing on two key roles, VPs of sales and sales managers.
Understanding your customer. It's everything.
It's the foundation of effective marketing, sales, product development, everything.
And this test, it truly produced the best, most actionable results of the entire evaluation.
Really?
The best, by far. It created incredibly detailed, nuanced personas. These weren't just surface-level demographic profiles. They were rich, insightful portraits of target customers.
Like what? What kind of detail?
It included comprehensive demographic profiles, critical key performance indicators, KPIs, those crucial metrics, and even deeply insightful pain points. It even provided direct quotes that felt authentic, like, "My team spends too much time on manual prospecting instead of closing deals."
Wow, that's specific.
That's not just info. That's raw, actionable insight you can build a marketing campaign around. The platform went even deeper. It identified specific language patterns these customers would use, the emotional triggers that motivate them, common objections they might raise during a sales cycle.
Okay, that's impressive.
It even offered insights into which specific features customers would actually pay for. That's a huge win for product managers trying to prioritize development.
This level of granular customer insight, right out of the box.
Yeah.
That's pure gold for any founder, any marketing team.
Totally.
You could literally feed these personas directly into your copywriting, your sales scripts, your product roadmap. That's like having a dedicated market research team working for you for a fraction of the cost.
So you're saying this is a real bona fide game changer for deeply understanding your customers and their needs?
Yes, absolutely. It provides genuinely actionable, deeply insightful customer profiles that are ready for immediate use.
All right, for our final test, we focused on growth. We asked Genspark to identify comprehensive distribution channels and partnership opportunities to effectively reach those sales leaders we just defined.
Right. How do you actually get your product in front of the right people? Who should you collaborate with?
Exactly.
And how did it do there?
It delivered a remarkably thorough analysis, identified high-impact channels, moved beyond the obvious stuff,
Like what?
pinpointed specific strategies like content-led growth, suggesting precise content types like analytical reports, even recommending long-tail keyword strategies for SEO, stuff often overlooked by general AI. It wasn't just generic advice, it felt like a targeted roadmap. It also suggested specific platform integrations with widely used sales tools like Slack and Salesforce, and even marketplace listings on AppExchange.
Ah, the Salesforce Marketplace. That's smart.
Right. That's particularly insightful because it's a direct channel to Salesforce's massive enterprise user base, something a generic AI might completely miss.
And for each suggested channel, Genspark provided estimates, right? For effort required, time to results, potential costs.
Yep, all laid out. That's incredibly helpful for prioritizing your go-to-market strategy. Gives you a practical roadmap for allocating resources. So, in essence, it acts like a strategic consultant in a box, specifically for identifying growth and distribution strategies.
Exactly. It offers comprehensive, actionable strategic channel analysis, complete with estimated resource requirements. Very useful framework. Now let's talk pricing and something else. Genspark positions itself as highly affordable at $25 per month. Seems reasonable.
On the surface, yeah.
But we uncovered a serious issue with its cancellation policy, something you absolutely need to be aware of before subscribing.
Yeah, this was not great.
This isn't just a minor annoyance. It really touches on a fundamental aspect of trust.
We actively tried to cancel a subscription, searched diligently for a self-service option, anyone on the website. Click here to cancel. Nope.
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find one. To double check, we even asked Genspark itself through its chat interface how to cancel. It couldn't find a self-service option either. It just provided generic email or phone support contact info.
See, that is a major undeniable red flag for trust. Shopify founder Toby Lütke's concept of the trust battery comes to mind here. Every positive interaction charges that battery. Every negative one drains it. This kind of forced friction around cancellation, it immediately depletes that trust.
Absolutely, especially when you're dealing with a tool handling business data, strategic plans.
Trust is paramount. It's a deal breaker for many, regardless of how good the tech is.
So despite all its impressive functional strengths, there's significant kind of user-hostile trust issue when it comes to canceling your subscription, correct?
Yes, the lack of easy, transparent cancellation is a significant and worrying concern that really undermines user confidence.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. How does Genspark truly stack up against the other major AI players in the ecosystem? Where does it fit into this broader AI landscape we're all navigating? Right. Well, Genspark's distinct advantage over a more general AI like ChatGPT is definitely its sharp business focus. Its ability to conduct deep research seems better, and it has those integrated built-in tools for business tasks.
But ChatGPT?
ChatGPT still offers a better general conversation experience and honestly a much cleaner, more intuitive user interface. It's just built for broad interaction.
Okay, what about compared to Claude, another powerful model?
Genspark clearly shines with its very specific business tools, like that integrated slide creation feature, which is pretty neat.
But Claude?
Claude, on the other hand, often provides better reasoning, I think. More nuanced, thoughtful responses, especially when you're tackling really complex text analysis tasks. And against Perplexity, which is really strong as an AI-powered research engine. Genspark truly stands out with its integrated creation tools. You can build actual deliverables right there in the platform.
Whereas Perplexity
has superior search integration, I'd say, and a much clearer, more transparent way of presenting information, showing its sources, especially if you're primarily just looking for answers and sources.
So what we're seeing is that Genspark isn't trying to be a general-purpose AI like a ChatGPT or Claude. It's carved out a very specialized niche in the business world, correct?
Correct. It's a specialized tool specifically designed to address business challenges rather than general queries or broad creative tasks. It knows its lane. Sponsor.
So pulling all of these threads together, what does this deep dive into Genspark ultimately tell us?
What's the big picture?
It represents, I think, a compelling new wave of specialized AI tools, purpose-built for specific business functions. While it clearly has limitations, especially in visual design, those awkward text-in-image errors and that frustrating, almost predatory cancellation policy.
Its core research and strategic planning capabilities show genuine promise. It truly shines, without a doubt, in areas like customer persona development. That provides incredibly actionable insights that can directly impact your marketing and product strategy. And its surprising ability to build functional web applications quickly, even when it completely misunderstands the prompt. That's a fascinating and powerful capability. Unexpected, but powerful.
So should you add Genspark to your AI toolkit?
Yeah.
The big question.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a founder or a business professional who's willing to work through its design limitations, understands its potential for contextual misunderstandings, that prompt drift we talked about, and you see the value in its strength. It offers unique value in areas like market research, deep customer understanding, strategic planning, and maybe even rapid prototyping. Think of it as a powerful, hyper-efficient first draft generator.
But you should absolutely skip it for design-heavy projects, especially anything that involves complex text and graphics. Just don't go there. And if you're uncomfortable with a tool that has significant trust issues around its cancellation policy, it's probably a hard pass.
Good point.
It's also probably overkill for simple queries. You could just ask a more general AI like ChatGPT or Claude. Use the right tool for the job.
The AI landscape continues to evolve at breakneck speed. It's pushing the boundaries of what's possible with these increasingly specialized tools. It's a dynamic, exciting, and sometimes, frankly, bewildering space.
Tools like Genspark, for all their imperfections, represent a crucial, important step toward more specialized, business-focused AI applications. They're definitely something worth paying attention to as the ecosystem matures, even with the flaws.
The future, it seems, belongs to those who can navigate this complex landscape, understanding each tool's specific strengths, knowing its inherent limitations, and effectively integrating them into their workflow. Genspark might just be one intriguing piece of that intricate, evolving puzzle for you.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Genspark.
We'll see you next time. Out Hero Music.